Hi, Danny Rohl
Hey.
BBC. Could I just start with the big news story in Scottish football and just get your reaction to Brendan Rodgers resigning at that?
I'm honest, I know it's a big topic for everyone in the Scottish football at the moment. But you have to understand my focus at the moment, my team. I think we have a lot of things to do to make the next step tomorrow. I spoke after the game about the small step, and tomorrow we have a next chance for the next step.
Does it maybe say something about the pressure of the job here, particularly in Glasgow? Both clubs will be on to their second manager of the season.
I think the pressure is always on. For a manager, I think this is football. It's never nice when the manager gets sacked or something like this. We are all together, the manager in this business, but it's football. I think this is why we like this on one times and sometimes we don't like it. For me, I enjoyed the last couple of days. I saw my group, the staff members, everyone is a little bit more smiling at the moment, and it would be good to keep the momentum now. And for this, we have to do a lot of things right tomorrow against opponent with good weapons. They're playing forward, a lot of balls behind, they have speed in front, and this is also the next challenge. And for this, we hopefully are prepared well, and this is what we have to do tomorrow.
Do you sense that already, that momentum is changing, that smiles are coming back, that something's moving in the direction you want?
Yeah, after a win, always you feel the positive energy, but we know we have to building on this momentum now, and this is hard working, because when you come from this period where we are, then you can imagine it's not always so strong. At the moment you need the next win, and then you build on this, and then you start to create more and more belief. But it was a huge step from the atmosphere in the last 2 days.
And it's obviously a really big week for the club. Hibs away tomorrow, and then big League Cup semi-final. Your first Old Firm weekend too. Not the man in the dugout you would be expecting to face. Martin O'Neill, of course, is in, and has said just as recently as yesterday that Rangers are no threat whatsoever with regards to the League Championship this season. How would you respond to that?
Yeah, of course we have big games ahead. Since I'm arrived, I think every game was big. The next one is always bigger than the next one, and really my focus is on tomorrow, because we know where we are at the moment, also in the table. If you want to climb, you have to win games. You cannot miss one opportunity to win a game, and this is the next job what we have to do.
With regards to O'Neill's comments, do you hope that can maybe light a fire in the players and motivate them even more to try and prove them wrong, prove that Rangers are capable of competing this season?
I must say, today in the morning we sat here and I look to the faces of my players, and I see there's a big belief now. I think they feel it on the pitch. I have the feeling they believe at the moment also what we are doing. The last days, of course, it was after a big defeat, then we got a good reaction. I think this is also important for players and for us to see after a setback you can come back. If you want, the small setback during the game was the 1-1, and we come through, and then we won, fully deserved the game.
That was your first experience of Ibrox at the weekend. Just speaking to Derek O'Neill, it's about your play style, want to be a bit more intense, play forward a bit more quickly. Do you get a sense from that first experience of Ibrox that might actually suit the crowds quite well and what they want and demand from their team?
Yeah, at first when you win games, then the atmosphere is always good. I think we create more chances. We played forward, but it was not the best level where we want to go. But it was a step forward, and I think this is important to understand. And then in some moments you felt in the stadium really what is possible in the stadium, and hopefully we have more and more these situations in the spirit in the stadium.
I know you said that after the game shape isn't everything for you, it's more about how your team plays. Do you think the squad has the depth to look back three, the right number of right backs, could we see change formation shape from game to game at the moment?
We have definitely this depth of the squad to play this with three. I think it will be more interesting than how we choose the players in the wingback position, because you can do this with a fullback, you can do it with a winger, you can do it with asymmetric one side this, one side this. I think this is a change, and that gives me also the opportunity, when you look back to our starting lineup on the weekend, maybe it was not clear if it's a back three or back four, and I think this gives me and my team always opportunity to switch the formation very quick during the game, and this is what I like. I call it always a little bit hybrid players. If you have players on your pitch, they can play both positions, then it's perfect, because then you can switch the shape without subs.
Danny, I think the chairman spoke last week. He said there would be funds available to you to make changes to the squad in January. I think there's a consensus that the squad still needs to be strengthened further. Looking at your own contacts, I think you believe that you know people about that can help you find the players that are going to take the squad to the next level.
Yeah, I think of course at first for me it's important that I look to my players. They are here at the moment. I see now that players growing up, also in the confidence. You see it now in small sided games when players start to talk. When I arrived, some players were very quiet, and now they start to talk. This is great. We will look what we can improve. I think I have a clear idea which players make some steps forward, and at the moment it goes in the right direction. I have a good team around me, and let's see what we can add it on it.
Will you fall back on leagues and areas where you've worked before, the networks that the markets that you know the best when you look to after the squad?
Yeah, the Geneva, I know will be a topic in the following weeks, to sit together, to bring all my notice about players together. I think this is crucial for me. In the last couple of days, I got more and more from my players to understand them on and off the pitch. And then of course we have to sit together and let's see what we should do, what is important. But at the moment it's more about to give my players the space to growing up.
Has there been a shift? You talked about the players and someone there, you got Vocal and Jenny, as Yusuf Chermiti, does he fall into that bracket? Because that was a huge goal for him at the weekend, and getting the monkey off his back. Have you sensed a shift in his mentality and his confidence in scoring?
Yeah, for strikers always important to score, and he scored, and today in the training he had also some good moments. We had some finishing today. It was not possible to train too much after the 2 days from a game. But these are the small steps what I told. We make small steps as a group and small steps individual. But now it's about make the next step, and I think this is very important to understand. We have to increase our limits as an individual player, but also as a group. And if we do this, then we are in a good way.
Seemed a bit of a relief for him when he scored in his celebrations. Is that something you've had to speak to him about?
I think a celebration after a goal is always important. I think you have to understand how you celebrate sometimes. This is then our part. I said this when I arrived. It's not just about improved players on the pitch, also off the pitch. You have to understand. But we spoke about this, and I think you know what is to do next time. Was a little bit emotional, but not more. For me, it was more important that he scored in this moment.
You can stand by his side then the next time.
Yeah, let's see.
What have you made in the short time that you hear of this Hibs team?
Yeah, of course, it's a short period now, and I'm honest to you, at the moment it's a busy time. You sit, you watch games back, you watch games forward. It was a long night or a short night, it depends from which view. But it's very clear what they are doing, how they play football. They create a lot of good opportunities with direct play and style of football. We have to be careful, and we have to understand how we press. I spoke with the players in which moment. And then, this is always a good thing, if a team attacks, they gives us also a lot of spaces what we should use, and this is tomorrow exactly to find the balance. As a team who likes to have a little bit the transition moments in both directions. If you finish the action, then it's good for you. If you don't, or if you lose the ball again and you have a transition against you, then it's dangerous, and yeah, for this we have to prepare. We need a good rest defense. We need a good organizing, and if you do this, then we have a big chance.
I know all coaches look forward to the next game, but how do you think, when you look ahead to the semi-final of the weekend, the dynamics have changed as a result of what's happened at Celtic?
Yeah, I think ask me tomorrow after the game about this, because we know this. If we get tomorrow a great result, what we should do, yeah, this is the reason why we go there. Then of course you go with 2 wins in a row in a semi-final, and this gives us a good feeling.
Last couple of guys. You spoke about the table earlier on. Do you accept that if Rangers are going to try and get themselves back into the title race, that there can't be any more slip-ups in the league?
Yeah, I think the first challenge is that we get the wins in a row. I think we never did this now in the season, to get wins by wins, and if you do this 2 wins in a row, 3 wins in a row, then you can climb and you can close gaps. If you win a game, play draw, you lose a game, then it's difficult to close gaps. But I think this is the most important thing now, to understand a win, next win, next win, next win, and then we can look to some point in the season to the table, and then we see where we are.
Danny, how would you summarise your first week here at the club? So obviously you arrive last Monday, presented to the media Tuesday, fly to Norway on Wednesday, you play a game, come back, first game at Ibrox, now you're preparing for your third opposition in 5 days. Yeah. How would you say it's been? Yeah, at first it's good. I see you more than my wife. Yeah, this is the first impression. No, of course, guys, it's part of our business. It was up and down, I must say this. When I arrived, you're exciting. You want to see the team. You go to the first European game, then you feel straight. It's a challenge. Then you have a good game at home, you take a win, you know straight, okay, you can enjoy this maybe 1 hour, and after this you go straight again back on the computer to prepare the next game, looking forward, and this is now what we continue until Christmas, I think, every 3 days, and it's a high demanding, but every 3 days to win a game, it's also a good feeling.
Last one, Raman, just last one.
Can I just ask if you've made a decision on adding to your coaching staff? A couple of names have been mentioned.
Yeah, we are still looking. We have a short list now. I think this is important, and I'm also very clear what is the profile, what should be. For me, it's important that maybe a next assistant coach help me as well, also in the content. It's not just that we have a name. I think that should be the combination. This is very important to understand the league. In best case, it's a former player. I said this before. And the next point is that he can help me really also from the content on the pitch, because then you have a great setup.
Thank you. Any injuries for tomorrow? Ant-Man available?
Is available, but at the moment it's a challenge here. And this is good. We need this. Yeah, we have to step up, everyone.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you.